the corruption and then.
All right, let's see. Is that working now? How do I view it?
I don't want to clutter the screen
Live
too
control
much.
room.
That's just...
Are you
We
currently?
are not
Yeah,
receiving
help.
data from my encoder. It says.
Yes. Basically,
There we go.
start
Now it
streaming.
says. Now it says
Start
I'm
streaming
reading.
with XSplit.
Yeah. Now it's preview stream.
Yeah. Then preview stream.
Should I sync to preview play? I can't.
No, just leave that alone for
It's
now.
not letting me click start streaming. Now it says I can start streaming. I have good stream status at 720. The health is good. Broadcast alert.
That's
okay.
good.
Mine's is pretty much the same. My stream status is good. 720p. That's it.
Now it's preview stream.
So.
Alright, so is it working good?
I don't know. I'm still trying to get past the content warning for.
His mindset so that they can
It
see
doesn't
what
matter how old I am, I'm not old enough.
Interesting. Alright.
That's how inappropriate this will be.
Alright, now how do I get to the point where I can
There, I can see it now.
check, like...
I think you did it on everyone
My
else.
comment is too short.
Yes, how do I see comments?
Well, if you go to the actual page where your video will
View
be.
on watch page?
Yes.
Very good.
Right.
I don't. I understand.
Then you gotta,
it's gonna
like,
be
Cultists
inappropriate.
is already
View all
partially insane, I
comments.
see.
To how old I am, I'm not old enough. Still can't see the stream. Content warning. This video may be inappropriate for some users. I understand and wish to proceed.
Yes.
And it just reloads the same content.
Hi, Drago!
Do you have cookies enabled or disabled?
Wait. Tiberiosity only has 11.
11 wounds? Oh, should I set that to the double?
Negatives, so you have 22 total.
Okay.
Well, seeing as I can't see type of stream, I'm gonna have to go and just watch Space Monkeys.
Why do you need to see our streams? Don't you have your own?
Well, no.
Why do you need to see the stream at all?
I need to see the streams so that I can see the
More
comments.
2 of 22.
Yeah,
Alright, it looks like I am live and ready to start.
Guardsmen have the most health.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it looks like we're ready to start.
Kaltos, 26. You have 26.
Okay, and everyone else?
Why is Varnius wearing a banshee mask?
Why not?
2.
Don't judge him.
He's an assassin. Right, no, he's not an assassin. He's a...
I am assassin.
He is an assassin.
Assassino! Alright,
That's
let's
good. He is
let's
a
get
good
this
assassin.
started.
Don't know.
No,
Okay, so shall I start the stream?
I'm already broadcasting.
Hold on a sec.
Yeah.
I know.
Ah,
I'm just
great.
wondering if I should start.
How do I check who is watching?
We can't decide that for you, Space Monkey. You have to make some decisions on your own.
Oh.
You're a big boy now.
Am I? Yay!
Oh wait,
Wait,
no.
whoa.
You're a woman in this. Yeah.
Awkward. And that's why there's an age gate on it.
Oh, not that it matters. No one's gonna watch it anyways.
This is... Varn, this is your full portrait I'm dropping onto the screen when it actually uploads.
Ooh, that's impressive. Just remember that it will show up on my stream.
Okay.
So don't be putting
I know,
my
I've
full
seen it.
portrait.
Ah, it's showing everyone else.
That's actually pretty impressive.
Angry foot photo.
Now we have maps and everything, right?
Actual portraits except for Tiberiosity. Tiberiosity just has a sketch.
Hey,
Um,
hey,
I'm-
that's all I need. You couldn't handle the full thing.
Oh my.
Because I can't find a female tech priest in this giant collection of portraits I have.
That's fine.
Although there is a tech priest here that has a cyber dog.
I don't want a cyber dog.
Cyberdog.
I'm not giving you a cyber.
Good.
We don't necessarily have to have a tech priest, we just need to have a head that's moderately appropriate.
Unless we go with this one.
No.
What? Which one?
There's tentacles there.
No,
What?
it's not hot enough.
Oh my.
No, I'm not sure that would
The
be.
tentacles.
I'm not sure that would be appropriate, and I can't see it.
That's because I'm not showing anyone.
Uh,
Alright. So are we ready to begin?
I'm ready.
We are.
I'm
I'd
ready.
say so. Okay,
Have you all
I'm
read
just
the
gonna start
brief
streaming.
data slab I handed out?
Yes, I have read the worthless information.
Wait a second.
We all read this flavor
I
text.
didn't. I
Ow.
made.
I have briefly skimmed it.
Hello, and
I
welcome.
screamed it. I skimmed it and came to the conclusion that it was a bunch of information about possible heretics and people who just generally don't matter.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
We're going to Space Detroit.
It's flavor
Should we
text.
just call it
basically.
Space Detroit from now on?
Yeah, we're going to Space Detroit.
But that would imply. Oh, you know what? Detroit might actually still exist in the 41st millennium. It's where they got the original conscripts from.
It's almost down.
Okay.
It's the primary
You guys
Imperial Guard.
have
recruiting
just.
hub.
You guys have just left training, and you are all acolytes under Inquisitor Bob. Of all freaking names, Bob.
You got something against Inquisitor Bob?
Well, just
Yeah,
remember,
man.
his full name is Roberto.
Of course.
No. No.
Roberto Montenegro.
Roberto Montenegro, Changeling, Mountain Dew, Camacho the Fourth.
That works.
Esquire.
Does Mountain Dew still exist in the 41st century?
I would assume so. It's probably what they pump into the dreadnoughts to keep their occupants alive.
Mountain Dew, the eternal drink of the Emperor.
The boys call it the Zap Juice.
All right.
Other drinks are
Space
available.
Marine. Space Marine armor runs on Pepsi Cola.
Crystal Pepsi.
No.
Crystal Pepsi.
All right, you guys, after your training, you have been sent to Scintilla, capital of the Calixus Successor, waiting for Inquisitor Bob's summons. After being singled out and inducted into the service of the Inquisition, things have not quite gone as you had imagined them. Removed from your past life, you've been tested and measured, questioned and interrogated. But aside from a few lectures given in dark chambers that left you sick to your stomach and a seemingly endless stream of codes and ciphers, giving you to memorize and destroy, you've been left largely to your own devices, lodging under a false name in an anonymous hablock of Hive Sibelius on Scintilla, the capital planet of the Calixus sector. You have bided your time for weeks, waiting for the call from your masters and perhaps their verdict. At last, the call has come, and a blank-eyed courier has delivered to you a note featuring the cipher of the Holy Ordos. The message within was simple and functionary, containing a time, a date, and a location. The instruction to come prepared and expect company is signed off with a single epitaph: "The Emperor protects." Epithet. So, what do you guys think of the summon? How do you react to it?
Well, there's not much we can do but
Or,
go for
I
it.
should say. So, it's to you, it's just a job?
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
If we don't go, they'll execute us as heretics.
Woo.
Seems
Pretty
like
much
a good
everything's
idea to
my
go.
character's job.
I follow
Just
the
another job.
orders of the Emperor due to his Inquisitor saving me from the ship.
I have nothing better to do.
I follow blindly.
Try not to make too much work for me.
Hey, I'm not driving the
All right.
spaceship.
Oh god, who is
At
our
the
pilot?
appointed hour. At the appointed hour,
Oh.
you have made your way through the bustling, faceless masses of the administratum quarter to an unmarked service elevator platform set in the rear of a vast and imposing building covered in bas-reliefs of skulls, half-draped urns, and other symbols of death, crowned by an immense statue of a weeping saint. It appears that you are expected. The wizened face of the platform's inbuilt servitor studies you and pronounces pass as you climb on board. As the note implied, you are not the only person called, and you make for an uncomfortable and diverse-looking group standing in tense silence as the crowds throng by. The servitor control chimes active as the last one of you boards the platform, and the elevator descends as a hatchway closes above you, all with a thunderous boom. The platform continues downward for some minutes through maintenance levels deep into the bowels of the government district.
That's never a good place.
You know, when it comes to hive cities, it's pretty much all bowels.
Yeah.
I'm just reading the narration. God.
Let him read.
I didn't like the sound of government district.
No.
I
No.
love the sound of government district. Makes me feel at home.
Come on, guys, we're
Lies
on
and-
limited time here.
Bureaucracy.
Traitorous bastards everywhere.
All right.
Okay.
You
Swear to God,
guys.
if anyone hands me a form, I'm gonna shoot him. Well,
Screw that
paperwork.
grenade. Firebomb. Don't want that paperwork getting past it.
You cast magic missile at the darkness.
Don't! No! 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 No!
Oh! Oh!
That's bad. Because the darkness will attack back and will die instantly. Do not attack the darkness, the gazebo, or the grassy knoll.
So is it too dark to actually see right now? Is it currently too dark to see?
No, we have a torch.
No, it is
I have a
currently
glow
not dark. You're deposited at the end of a wide great corridor lit by lumen globes in the shape of cherubs holding torches. Only the first part of the corridor is lit, and the rest trails off into darkness. As you step off the platform, the glows will illuminate to show your path as you walk forward. More will flicker into life before you, while those behind you extinguish. There is but one path. The corridor is featureless and smells faintly of chemical disinfectant.
I would like to,
Chemical disinfectant.
I would like to point out at this time that our illustrious DM does in fact sound like a servitor, in that his voice keeps synthesizing.
Awesome.
It's okay.
That's Operian for you.
Indeed.
He's part cyborg.
All right.
Don't worry about it.
Actually, he's got kind of an alfalfa thing going on with his hair.
Aye, aye,
Quite,
aye,
yeah.
aye, aye, aye.
All right.
I said alfalfa, not alpha.
Oh, okay. I thought you stuttered.
No.
Alright, onwards!
All right. After a 5-minute walk down this long corridor, you guys come upon a metal door, which automatically unseals and unlocks with a hiss of pressurized air and opens with a loud grinding of heavy gears. Your room inside has a jumble of rusty metal crates branded with unintelligible symbols stacked against one wall, while a hospital gurney complete with restraint straps has been left toppled over to one side against the other. The room's most striking feature is a wide mirror which fills the upper half of the opposite wall from the entrance. The mirror will slowly clear to transparency. Slowly clears to transparency. I'm not supposed to read that part. It reveals a steel chamber beyond. Inside the chamber, you see a white-faced figure standing in a Medicare robe and a red leather coat draped over their shoulders. Behind them, covered by a mottled gray sheet, is what looks like a body of some sort on a frame raised upright for inspection, while above them in the air, a pair of white enameled skulls, encrusted with a variety of brass instruments and long hypo needles, hovers expectantly. So what do you guys want to do?
I'm wary.
Who summoned us?
I pushed Vaughn in first.
Oh. Okay. I thought with the diplomatic one I should probably
Yeah.
sort of talk to the figure.
We're all a little bit brusque and murderous, so it should be you, the one who's barely armed.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to stand against the wall next to the door.
Why don't you guys all go ahead and make a perception test for me?
Alright, what is perception?
What should we roll?
Perception? There it is. Oh dear, this is gonna fail horribly.
It's at actually a plus 20, so don't worry.
It is slash roll 1d100
Oh god.
minus
I'm
20.
sure I passed.
I noticed nothing.
I too
Oh, that
noticed
went
nothing.
I didn't see anything.
All I only notice Varn noticing nothing.
Oh, well, I do have a
I'm
perception
too
skill.
busy
I
staring
believe.
at the sky, I think. Oh no, sorry.
Okay. Scythia and Mercutio are the only ones who pass the test. The man in the leather coat conceals armored panels in a construction in that bulge under his arm. Could only be a gun of some sort.
So it's a forearm weapon.
Essentially.
I subtly get
So-
ready to grab
Oh
my
dear.
weapon.
Well that means he's
Well,
wealthy.
those two people should probably come to my aid, and I'm sort of staggering towards him, hoping to engage diplomacy.
Fine. I grab Varn. I grab our diplomat and steady him.
I hold Varn's shoulder. as
He's
well.
on the other side of a giant glass wall.
Really?
Oh, I am.
No,
These are these things that we should be have backgrounds for, so that we know what's going on.
That would require me to draw them.
How wide is the room? Because right now we're just kind of in a circle.
Basically,
Yeah.
it's about the size of a warehouse, with crates on one side and hospital gurneys on the other.
You do
And
have
dividing the room in half is this glass wall.
well, Varn, get to talking.
Right.
No one makes lore checks. Got it.
What lore checks? How are we supposed to know that we're supposed to make a lore check?
It's up to you.
What kind of
I'm
lore?
not supposed to tell you to make them. Any.
I
Like, you
shall.
could try to identify the skulls.
Ooh, skulls,
that are
yes.
Floating around.
Lore machine cult.
Do you have... Okay, so make a common lore tech test at ordinary. So, plus 10.
I fail horribly.
To you, they're just
Yeah, I don't
floating skulls sitting there with needles protruding from every eye socket and everything.
But they're medical servitors. I know this.
Your character doesn't know that.
I'm a tech priest! It's one of those things that
I'll
I
make an
should
awareness
know.
check. Just, so I know what's going on around. Awareness check.
Test.
Percent.
Or the-
Yeah, D100.
Okay, I'm going to do a lore test
I
for
failed.
common Imperium lore.
Yeah.
You notice even less than I do. Do you even know what kind of room we're in?
I'm not even like. I don't even know I'm in a room right now.
Wow.
Alright. Mercutio fails his test, I think. Let me check. Yeah, he fails his test.
I don't like this
Damn.
random number
What was it?
generator. It
Stop
keeps
that.
giving us good numbers.
It's good if you were playing other games, but
It's good if we were
Dark
playing
Heresy.
every other game.
As you guys enter the chamber, the man motions towards you to come closer to the wall, separating you two.
Which wall? I assume you mean.
The
Can I
south
try and
wall.
perceive the wall to make sure there's no traps or anything on it? Or near it, or
It's
on
a
the
giant
floor?
glass wall.
Roll a perception.
Yes, but there might be
test.
something on the floor.
Roll a perception test.
I will roll the same perception test.
We are just not very.
No.
It's a glass wall. Congratulations.
Glass. Matter of fact,
Okay,
for me,
well,
it might
I
not
guess-
be glass. It just looks like a wall.
Let's just go look at it. I don't know what this panel is for.
I guess I should probably
Ah, he's
Sorry.
big.
do my diplomacy.
He's massive!
That's what- yeah.
Well, he's a large. There we go.
All right. After you approach the wall, he starts to talk. As you know, when he starts speaking, you hear the voices come from a grill in the ceiling, most likely a speaker. Go figure, right? Greeting, acolytes. I am Medicate Interrogator Sand, and you are new blood, are you not? Worthy additions to our holy war? Well, we shall see. Far be it from me to doubt my better judgments, eh? Sorry. Well, to the matter at hand. I represent the Holy Order of the Imperial Inquisition that we all serve. Our masters have called you here to assist us in the investigation of a matter of interest that has recently, unexpectedly come to light. Oh yes, for your information, you are now in the depths of the Templum Mori, the House of the Dead, where Lords Perfecta Mortem hold court, and the fallen and lost of the great city are named and counted. It will not surprise you then to know you are here to view a corpse. I doubt it will be your first, but it is, shall we say, quite singular.
Mercutio is unimpressed.
I'm bored. Let me shoot stuff.
Let us
This
begin.
is my character's opinion.
All right. He goes to the sheet and pulls it aside to reveal a desiccated and eviscerated body of an adult human. As he continues to talk, the servo skulls dip and bob out of the sight to reappear with messy-looking organic specimens in test tubes and jars, clutched in dexterous brass calipers, displaying them in turn for the acolyte's edification. Now,
trying to
if you will
perceive
kindly
what they-
attend and pay heed, Yes, Space? Go on.
Just perceiving if there was anything different or interesting about what was in the jars.
Make a perception test.
Yeah, I tried that and failed horribly.
You can make another one. You guys tried to perceive the wall, remember?
1d100. Ah!
Definitely a wall.
I succeeded this time.
Alright, what are you guys trying to perceive?
I am attempting
what
to
are you guys trying
perceive
to
the
perceive?
nature of the wounds and what may have made them.
I'm trying to perceive what is in the jars that the serval skulls are obviously trying to show us.
Servo skills, that's the term.
I would also like to make the test in order to perceive if there's anything unusual about the corpse itself. Nope.
Okay, Mercutio and Scythia fail horribly and say, hey, it's a corpse.
Mercutio, I think, believes that it's still alive. That's
And if he rolled one higher, then yes, I would have said he thought it was alive.
What are you doing?
However-
The man's still alive! That would have been hilarious.
However, as you
Out
look-
Out of him.
Anyways, as Tiberianus and Kaltos look at the body, there are no visible wounds. In fact, it's not quite clear how this man died.
Any other unusual
Now.
features?
Hmm?
Any other unusual features? Mummification,
Oh,
perhaps?
other than he looks like a standard hive worker.
Oh, normal person then. Expendable.
Yes. Anyways, as he turns, after he pulls off the sheet, he turns around and he starts talking to you again. Now, if you will kindly attend and pay heed, I will take questions afterward. The body has been positively identified as that of one Saul Aubest, male, 23 years of age, hive worker, unskilled laborer, certified, formerly of the Tantalus Indenture, registered habitation chamber 6/23 stack 717, Cascarla Division, Southern Zone, Hive Sibelius. Subject found dead on mid-hive transit rail 3 days ago, as the car returned to the main depot. Preliminary examination of the scene suggested death by drug overdose. Postmortem performed by the biology forensic, however, revealed certain anomalies that necessitated our involvement. The cause of death was in fact total systemic failure brought on by tissue rejection of implanted synthetic graft organ. Said organ destroyed his central nervous system while attempting to overcome the immune response. In short, the servo skull then, as he says that, the servo skull displays a sample jar containing 10 centimeter long whitish cord of wavy glassy tendrils, still in motion, still alive.
Oh,
This rushed the life out of him from the inside. What's it for? Unknown.
I'm
But
going to make
in the word
I'm going to make a
control.
cryptology test on that, see if I can see what it's about. I have no idea if cryptology is even the correct thing. 42?
Well, that is the answer to the life universe and everything. I'm sorry, but that is a failure.
Oh well.
No bonuses for you.
What's it for? Unknown. But my opinion would be, in a word, control. Neural and synaptic override. Perhaps worse. There were other grafts and surgery of a less singular kind also. One leg replaced by a concealed storage cavity, possibly for his use as a courier. Also, one optic nerve removed. Skin flayed from his stomach, I have no idea why. His system awash from alchemic traces, clotting agents, panamune, and the like. The surgery was expert, but the lesions and tissue stresses, I doubt any care was given whether or not it was painless. In fact, by the damage to his vocal cords, my guess would be that he probably screamed as long as he was able to. But the little monster is what concerns us. Oh, you don't need to know the gene law or the mission edict, just that it is not only illegal, it is forbidden, it is heresy. Merely tampering with this kind of dark tech is enough to warrant a death sentence from the Holy Ordos, the Arbites of the Mechanicus. And I'm sure you, that as well, I am wondering how such a rare and vile thing ended up wrapped around the spine of some anonymous habro from the dusty end of the stacks. The man has no prior criminal record. He was rendered invalid by indenture, laid off if you will, some 60 days ago now, and was reported missing 32 days ago by his sister, one Lily Arbest, resident of the same habistack. More than enough time to get himself in all sorts of trouble, I'm sure you'll agree. These grafts are no more than 8 or 10 days old at most. We have nothing else on him. This is to be a shadow investigation. No open official involvement and no notification of the local authorities, and no one knows he's here either. Korskala's down hive, so a covert approach will draw far less attention than a boot through the door, and be far less likely to kill any leads to our heretic. Find out why and where if you can. Better yet, find out how. Best of all, find out who is responsible. Go with the grace of the God Emperor. Oh, and additional samples would be a blessing if you could procure them.
So we basically
If we can get-
infiltrate, do it quietly, get the job done, and get the hell out.
Oh dear.
We have.
Anyways,
a problem.
as you
We're a
remember,
group of
you
6
get-
people. I don't think we could really do anything quietly,
Especially with the
Shasha.
psycho.
especially with a pair of guardsmen.
Not with Tiberiosity huge tits knocking everything over.
Hey, hey, hey! They are firmly contained within my Adeptus Mechanicus.
And then everyone else just trying to grab her butt every so often.
Stop! Stop! Just stop! Stop that! I'm trying to stay serious here.
As you all recall, he did say that now he would answer questions. If you have any questions, now would be the time to ask.
Are there, in fact, any places to start besides the sister?
He shakes his head and says, none that I can think of.
Does he have any idea what sort of opposition we might be facing?
Heretics.
Other than heretics, no.
Nothing more specific than heretics.
Nothing more specific than heretics.
When is there ever any?
Would you like us to try and
This guy is extremely informative.
That's why we're here.
Are we
Would you
allowed
like
to
us to
use lethal
capture-
force?
He has no knowledge of street gangs or anything like that in the area. Nothing. Fine.
There
Alright,
are
what
probably
did any-
street gangs.
Yeah, heretics. They're all
Is
heretics
lethal
in the
force
eyes of the
accepted?
Inquisition.
I'm surprised the Inquisition hasn't started accusing each other of being heretics.
Who says they haven't?
Wait, pretty sure they have.
Are we to try? Can I ask him if we are to try and capture one of the heretics alive so he can answer for his crimes?
Only if they contain biological samples that would be useful to us.
Which we want to know. until
Okay,
they're
can I get
unconscious
a
at the
non-lethal
moment.
weapon to aid in our cause for this? Purely for the Emperor's sake.
That's a good question. He turns around to ask, what did you have in mind?
Like a needle gun, for example.
A Weber.
No, sorry, web pistol.
Straight-
Web pistol or
straight,
something.
straight for the rares.
Do you perhaps have a standing army waiting for us?
Let's
They're not
say
using-
it's okay.
Might I be able to tune my auspex to read indications of the foreign heretical material?
That's a good question. That would just fall to your standard investigation skills. I will leave the hard work up to you. Be clear, I just want this to be a simple investigation. I want you guys to do the groundwork, and I will do all the lab work.
Just as long as I don't have to do the paperwork.
No, we have plenty of other minions in the government to do the paperwork.
Let's
So
go
could you
shoot some
try-
stuff.
Yeah.
Let's
can I-
try to
Alright.
avoid shooting things for a while.
Before you leave, he motions to a crate on the side that looks better, in better condition than the rest of the crates in the warehouse. As you open it, it's a kit of additional equipment that he believes you will need for the mission.
Quality.
Yay, loot.
Also, I performed a tech use tech with 26, and I have a plus 15 bonus to see if I can modify my auspex to scan the foreign material. And,
You mean determine if a implant is heretical or not?
no, to see if I can scan for it.
Can I perform a
others
perception
that are
test in
alive.
order to determine if there's anything in the crate useful to my character specifically?
No.
Can we have a list
Damn.
of what's in the crate?
I
I
was
do that
getting
too.
to that. I was getting to
Yeah,
that.
I passed.
Damn it, Kalatos. We're more or less the same character. If it's useful to you, it's useful to me.
No, it's not.
I
And
could
Alright,
probably
I'm
do
gonna
it
go-
fine.
Let's let our GM continue with the list of what's in the bloody box.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
There are kits for each of you, each marked in separate smaller boxes within the crate itself. Inside, you see the Coruscala pass token. These coded devices are about the size of a small, thick coin and will allow them legal clearance for entrance to the division and free passage on the transit rail around the mid-hive area. There's also a handvox. Cheap, battered-looking personal communicators that have a private encrypted channel are good for a range of kilometers in the hive. And he explains that as Sand notices you eyeing the boxes, he says, there is some interference in the hive that may render the boxes useless unless you're at a wire station. So do be careful.
I know what I'm going to be doing next.
There's also low hivers overcoats, one per acolyte as well. These voluminous and somewhat tattered patchwork leather and canvas hide-colored overcoats are common, as you may have guessed, to low hiver garb in Sibella's, and will easily fit over anything the acolytes are wearing. So you guys don't have to worry about that. They're also quite tough and will provide you with an additional armor point if you do not have any on your chest already.
Oh.
So armor isn't stacking.
Hive mission bonus gear set. There we go.
I'm no longer naked.
Congratulations, you now have armor.
Wait, who was naked? I'm confused.
Me, your
All
diplomat.
Yeah,
It's alright, it was dark, you couldn't see.
Varn had no armor set, so now he has 1 arm damage resistance.
Alright, you also notice in the smaller crates, chem lamps. Small portable lamps that use chemical reaction to provide light, and will operate continuously while their shutters are open. They have a 3-meter radius, and provide 6 meters of directed beam light.
Is there any fuel required for them?
Chemicals that are already inside them.
Yeah, but
Will they run out?
how long?
They don't have a...
Okay, they're basically glow sticks on steroids.
Okay.
Okay, so
How's this?
no.
They will long be glowing after you are dead.
Well,
Okay.
Well,
so they
given
might
our-
have half a day.
Exactly.
Yes, given how
Our
long
life
we will
expectancy
live,
is
yeah,
not the
that would be
highest.
hard.
All right. Next to all these smaller boxes within this crate, you see a coded data slate. You also see a biosample kit.
Ooh, biosample kit. That's useful.
Yep, since he did ask you to grab biosamples. There is also a money pouch containing 120 throne geld.
Yoink.
Fuck, mine.
Each.
We
got
each get one.
Mercutio grabbed it already. He said yoink.
Okay, do you guys want to talk this out?
Well, let's just
I'll
each
just
shoot it.
take our
Sure.
personalized, notalized stuff.
You know,
I
what,
quick
for
pull
the
my gun and
purpose
point it at Thingy.
for the purpose of this RP, I'm gonna bump it up to 180 since there's 6 of you, and this campaign was meant for 4.
Oh, there's only
So
the one.
just
Not
divide
we
that
don't each get that.
180 equally, and each take 30 throne.
Cool.
Do we not each get 180?
Nope.
No, it's 180 total, so we each get 30.
Oh, okay.
If you
so-
divide it evenly.
Hey,
which we're going to
52.
do. Or
As
the
you
pinching
pointed out.
clause will go to
Not
removing
easily.
things.
I could
There's 2
probably
ways we
be
can
able to
either we
use
divide it
my
evenly,
master skill.
or Mercutio gets everything.
We can all just shoot
He will
Mercutio
fight
and
you
we'll
for
get
it.
more money.
Yeah,
As
we
you start,
That would be greedy.
Or
Are you
we
guys
could
still-
just share
could-
it.
Enemy.
are you
Are we
guys
done?
dividing up the coin?
We're dividing it
Yes.
up easily.
I would say
Okay,
yes.
make sure you add 30 throne geld to all of your to your thingamajig.
Can we take the crate?
The crate is massive.
We cannot take the crate. Okay.
Not reasonably. If you want to push it out, be my guest, but
it
you're
on
not going to get
wheels?
it on the elevator. Right. As you start dividing out the money, you notice a scrap of paper, and on it is written "for sundries and bribes." I'm sure if you
Can
need
I-
more, you can be resourceful.
Oh, we can be resourceful.
See if, curiosity, see if I use call item on a crate like that, would all the contents within the crate be summoned with the crate, or would it just be the crate itself?
I'm sure we can be extremely resourceful, especially if we put Tiberiosity on the corner for an hour.
Do you have
What
any
did you say?
idea just how heretical that is?
Yeah. I feel like giving you corruption points for that. Scythia, what did you say?
If I have summon item on the crate, right, and I summon the crate to us, the items within the crate, will they stay within the crate or will they just be dropped?
I assume that only the crate would come.
Yeah,
I'm fairly
I'm assuming
certain
the same,
we
but I
need
thought I
the
might as well ask.
Also, you would
I
have
just
to
thought I might as well
meditate
ask.
on it for an hour.
We don't have time
I'm
for
fairly
that.
certain we don't need the crate. We just need what's in the crate, and we're all capable of carrying what's
I
in the
know,
crate.
you can never have enough storage.
All right.
So did I get any items from that or just money?
Is that Drago's keyboard again?
No, that's not mine.
It's not me, mine's a quiet
Anyway,
keyboard. Oh, we lost
Was
Connor.
that Connor?
I'm alive.
Wait,
Anyways,
who's Connor and why was he in our call?
That's a good question.
Never mind.
Whatever.
fine.
Continuing
Yes.
on, let's get out of here and
Also-
begin.
Also, each
Was
of
there
you
any-
in your smaller crate have a Coblast Assay cognomen.
A what?
Basically, encrypted metal punch cards that are identity markers. There's one tailored for each acolyte, and they include an enforcer code tag allowing them to carry arms for self-defense. They also signify that the acolytes are bonded agents of the Coblast Assay. I can't speak today.
That's
A
fine.
Sibellan mercantile operation of somewhat dubious repute, but not inconsiderable power, specializing in tech and salvage and manpower services. These are not false identity cards, and Coblast has actually been a secret Inquisition organization for some time.
Who didn't see that coming? I'm just gonna put that all under
Alright.
Hive Mission bonus gear
So what's this
set.
called?
Do you guys have
Okay,
any questions about any of the gear you gained?
No.
Currently, I only know of the ID card. I don't think I got anything out of the crate.
You got a cognomen, a chem lamp, the overcoat, and a handbox and a pass token.
Handbox is gonna be useful for a lot of things.
So ID card, chem lamp, overcoat, Hivox,
Handbox.
Handvox.
Hand.
Sorry.
And a Korscala pass token. It's spelled such. Let me go.
Alright, I'm just gonna do a quick check to see if there's anything.
So Korskala, hand token.
What about
ID,
the
chem lamp?
bio kit thing?
All right. Mercutio is asking about the bio kit. The satchel carries 3 small bio storage tubes and a small bio aspects with a range of about a meter or so. Set for human tissue, the indicator on the aspects will flash red and wine with increasing volume in the proximity of anomalous tissue. The kit also comes with a long-bladed razor-edge monoscalpel. This will inflict 1d5 -1 plus the wielder's strength bonus and ignores the first 2 armor points of the target.
I'm thinking the biosample kit should be carried by Tiberianus.
I think we each got one.
No,
No,
well, there was
there's
only one.
Oh, well
biosample
then.
kit.
Yes, I should have the biosample kit.
All right. If one of the acolytes makes a mention of the scalpel in the kit, they just have to. You guys just have to explain what you want to do with the scalpel.
I have the kit, so I'll have the scaffold. What was that? It was what were the stats on it?
1d6 minus 1.
1d5 -1
Oh yeah.
based on plus strength bonus, and as 2 piercing.
Nice.
Shank.
It's the 2
Okay, can I
piercing
put the
that's
o-
awesome.
Does the overcoat actually disguise you as a citizen?
Yeah, it makes
Yes,
us
more or less.
it lets us blend in. Is basically a free 1 armor to everyone.
Okay,
doesn't
I'm
have
just gonna
armor.
put the coat on the now then.
No, we're all gonna put the
Yeah.
damn coats on. It's our disguise.
I am wearing my coat already.
Exactly.
Just thought I'd say them.
So armor
Yeah,
stacking.
it's only the body and your body. That's it. So
All right, I'm
Don't
just going to utilize my tech use skill in an to make sure that we know how to do things with that nice little bioscanner.
go ahead and roll.
Oh yeah. Boy,
Yeah,
do
yeah.
I ever
You know how to use the biosample kit.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
And by studying the biosample kit and the bios aspects, you figure out how to make your own implants work with it.
my own.
So your implants can also pick up the readings for it.
Awesome. Stop laughing at the word implants.
Oh,
However, it's not as accurate, so you still have to use the aspects, but the your implants can still detect at a more of a larger scale.
Can I adapt the bio aspects to function with my standard aspect sensor that I have?
Yes.
Which that would increase the range, yes?
When it increased the range, it would increase its.
Accuracy.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Good. Good. Excellent.
So rather than having a big blip on the radar, you have a smaller blip. So it's like
That allows you to pinpoint
Go
things.
with that.
Excellent.
yeah.
All right. Don't forget, you guys also have the coded data slate.
Oh, I have an actual data slate, so I can probably read that. I should probably make
This
a check.
worn, it's a worn brass-cased data slate, and as you turn it on, you notice it carries basic copies of information found in your briefing, a series of maps and data about Kurskala, and largely empty files on the Arbast, including pictures of them and addresses taken from the administrative register. The slate also has a basic short-range audio and visual recorder and playback functions. The slate features a 5-key input code, which will be given to you if you need it. If it is accessed without this, its core memory will be wiped. So I'm not going to bother having you guys write down the code. I'm going to assume you already have it.
Well, then I'm immediately going to use it and transfer all the non-get-me-killed information to my own personal data slate.
Okay.
Ta-da. All right, moving on. Was there anything else? Anyone? Anyone? Let's get out of here.
All right.
Yeah, can I ask about my bolas if I can possibly get any?
Ask about what?
You know, I
Bolas.
said that I was asking for non-lethal weaponry.
He points at the coin pouch.
There you go.
Oh,
Pick up a brick on your way out.
Bash him on the head with a rock, pretty much. All right.
I've never understood the point of non-lethal weaponry.
That's why you carry a las gun.
And a lad's pistol. And a pump-action shotgun.
Yep.
And an axe and 3 knives.
Yep.
Only 3.
That's how we roll.
Fuck, breaking your hand back. All right. Now you said that there were lists of addresses. What were those addresses actually for?
Let's see. Basically, members of Arbast.
What is Arbast?
Isn't Arbast the family? You know, this guy and his sister?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, the dead guy and his sister.
Ah.
That's the Arbasts.
So
Okay.
you can investigate his apartment or go to his sister, I assume.
Let's go. Let's start with his apartment, which theoretically might be still unoccupied, but given the nature of Hive's cities, has probably already rented out to a new possessor. But we should
If
probably
he's
start
been
with
missing for 60 days, there's definitely someone else living
that.
there
No,
now.
he hasn't been missing for 60 days. He was fired 60 days ago.
Oh, sorry. He's been missing for 32 days. My bad.
Then again,
All right,
it's a
let's-
Hive city, so it's possible nobody actually knows he's missing. Either way,
True.
we should start with that.
All right, you guys go ahead and you hop on the tram, well, by rail car. The journey to Korskala takes several hours. During the time, you guys have no chance to do anything but talk. You
I'm,
guys want to talk
I'm
among
not,
each other?
I'm not going to talk to them, but I am going to work on modifying my Vox to increase its efficiency.
All right, roll a, let's see, int check, and since you're a tech priest, take
Oh
a
my.
plus 20. Never mind.
You break it.
You failed to set up what you were doing, but luckily you don't cause any damage.
Excellent. How
I
long
would like
before
to
I can
take
try
the
again?
efforts in order to learn more about my teammates
All
in
right,
an attempt to create a cohesiveness of the unit.
start talking.
I just tried to
So,
catch
where's
up and
everybody?
what? Sorry. Dude.
Mercutio asked you guys a question.
I didn't hear
What
it.
do you ask?
Sorry, I didn't hear.
I was asking you where everyone's from and, you know, basically attempting to create some sort of cohesiveness in this ragtag unit of ours.
The Feral Worlds.
I was Voidborn and the Space Hulk Agamemnon.
So was I. We were on the same ship.
Interesting. So, are you two friends? Did you know each other at all?
We knew each other, but it
Yes.
wasn't until after the catastrophic event that caused us to leave the ship that we really got to know each other.
Oh my.
We were too
I
young
get the
to
feeling you
actually,
don't really want to talk about the catastrophic event.
Yeah,
No,
we were too young to actually
don't know you
what
well enough.
happened.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, you must gain more diplomacy points with our faction.
Exactly.
I just go, hi.
Oh.
I'm just like,
So-
hi.
Hello.
So, Kaltos, you said you were from a feral world. What type of feral world did you come from?
Jungle.
That must have been hard.
Wait, aren't you
Yep.
two both guardsmen from the same regiment?
It doesn't mean they
That's
talked.
all the same place.
It doesn't mean we ever actually met each other.
Well, okay.
There's thousands upon hundreds of thousands of the guardsmen within a regiment. If
Yeah.
not millions.
Precisely.
Yeah. Don't underestimate the guardsman, bitch.
Eyebrow
Guardsmen are the
raising?
hive.
Any other talking? You guys just gonna sit there in silence go, I hate these people.
How long
I
before I
sharpened
can
my knife.
attempt to modify my
I kinda like these
Foxcaster
people.
again?
These people are kind of cool.
I just ask everyone else their background, as I was asked my background.
Alright, who wants to answer the question first? If anyone.
I look for alcohol.
You're on a rail car, there is
No,
no
he-
alcohol to be found.
I was
He has to make
Well,
the
we can
check.
find some.
I, Mercutio, was born on a very harsh, frozen world. Quite cold. You had to kill and eat pretty much anything you found there, because there was no vegetables at all. The entire planet was predators.
So would you say it was as
Wait.
cold as ice and you were willing to sacrifice?
I cannot understand how this song has survived 40,000 years.
Well, I think that's enough horsing around. What do you guys want to do for this mission when we get there? What's the plan?
Our plan is
Shoot
to
it, bro.
examine this situation, locate anything that may be hidden, and seek evidence of collusion.
My plan is to
That
first
was
leave this room.
extremely vague and unhelpful.
We're going to
My
look
plan
for
personally
holes
is
in the
to first
walls.
leave this room.
I'm gonna wait for the thinky people to find out stuff and then shoot the bad guys.
Mhm.
That's an admirable
I'm just-
plan, but not helpful at the moment.
I think we should
I
kind of
just-
leave this room as a glass wall. Just thought I'd say we'd start walking away now.
We're on a
Like,
tram
actually
car.
get in the room.
But we're on a large tram car now. That's not Varn. That's just a servitor that looks like him. Yes. How long before I can attempt to modify the Voxcaster again? Ah, what?
Yeah, I'm gonna,
Yeah. Whoa.
since how badly you failed, I'm gonna say nothing.
5 years.
Where are we?
We have to be added to the map.
Actually, cough. That's all I hear.
Ugh.
Well, I'm sorry.
Alone in a single car, it is now deserted, but for your group. The rattling carriage breaks into another vast and dilapidated Habavault.
Vault. Interesting. Okay. Where are we? We are on the transit railroad, I assume. So we will be right there.
Indeed.
Alright. Tantalus Alms Home. Now
If
we
I remember correctly, the addresses said that the deceased and his sister both lived in the same hab stack, correct?
Indeed.
It was Habstack 717, was it not?
Then I propose that we split into two groups. One group goes to his residence, the other goes to the sisters.
I call going to his.
I call the sisters.
You would.
Are we any leads of where
I think
there's,
I think since there's 2 guardsmen, they should split up in 1 guard
Yes, that actually makes surprisingly a lot of sense. And yes.
group. So Kaltos, which group do you want to go with? So Kaltos, which group do you want to go with?
Left group. That's what I'm gonna go with.
We're gonna left and
I'll
right.
go with
left
Fiber.
group.
He's going to the sisters.
Okay, so Mercutio's going to the dead guys.
Yep.
Okay, I
Moving.
guess I'll go with the dead guys as well because I think I've got quite high perception.
Yes.
That would be Scythia.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm going to the sisters. Now, since I've modified my aspects to
actually,
function
never mind. I've not.
to function as a more accurate version of the biosample aspects, yes?
I'm sorry, repeat that.
I have modified my aspects to function as a more accurate version of the biokit aspects, yes?
Yes.
Alright, so I'm going to give the biosample aspects to the not guardsmen and the other group and show them how to use it.
Wow.
Alright,
There's some racism going on here.
So again,
I
increase
will go-
perception.
Who are you giving it to?
I don't know who else is in the group besides the guardsmen. Who's going to the sisters?
I'm going to
go.
the sister.
Okay, stop saying the word I and say the name. Who's going to the sisters?
Kaltos.
Scythia is going the opposite way from Tiber. Or Tiberianus.
Okay.
So Scythia, Varn, and
Countless.
Kalthus are going to the sisters.
Mercutio are going to the dead guys.
Okay, I'll give
Alright,
Varn.
Kaltos.
I will give Varn the aspect since he knows how to use technology in theory.
Okay.
And Varn is going to the sisters because he's the one who talks to people, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the theory.
That is exactly logical, and we're going to stick with that option. Alright, now and because I'm showing Varn how to use it, he doesn't have to pass any tests.
Right.
Yeah.
He'll get a he won't get a penalty when he tries to use it.
Excellent. Onwards
That
to the dead
leaves
man.
Mercutio, Tiberianus, and Varneus that are going to the dead guys.
Nice.
So an assassin, a guardsman,
Alright.
and a tech priest walk into a dead man's house. The question becomes: is he dead, or does he just not know it yet?
I think it should be a bit more subtle than that and just have like one person go to the door.
Well, he's kind of small and frail looking. He's gonna have bodyguards. A bureaucrat in a rundown hab sector, he's going to have bodyguards.
No, come on. If you're going to look like the citizen, then you might as well try and just go alone. Because I don't think the citizens can have bodyguards running around them all the time.
Would you go anywhere alone in Detroit?
Well, probably not, but still.
There you go.
An Imperial Guardsman's a bit more than just a bodyguard.
Yeah, but they're also everywhere.
You guys are all disguised, remember?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
that's what
all
we-
dressed as hive
Don't
workers.
go in like a group of three going
Because, you know,
either.
disguises
You're
never
not
fail.
one as bodyguards. You're just a group of 3 hive workers.
Oh my.
Mhm.
All right, let us proceed. The dead man's house is in Habstack 717. Yes.
Actually, can I
Yes.
first? Can we actually go to the enforcer station and try and requisition enforcer uniform?
The local authority doesn't know you're there, so you would have to steal it.
We're also supposed to avoid the local enforcer authorities.
Steal, requisition, same difference.
Sure.
No, I think the place you meant was trade markets for non-lethal weaponry.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't we
Onwards
drop by
to the
the
trade
trade
market then. Let's go find some non-lethal weaponry.
Sure, let's go to the trade markets.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, before you guys try to wall of the train car, the rail car shudders to a stop, and the doors open onto a wide, raised platform devoid of any passengers except for a single huddled figure dressed in rags. The figure quickly bundles themselves on board, flashing a pass to the door mechanism with unseemly haste, and takes up a seat far from you as far from your group as possible. A moment later, a dull, crackling servitor intones, Cascala, Southern Railhead. Passengers to Skala to disembark. The conveyance will depart in.
I would like to roll a perception test for the person who just ran on board.
Did they bump
Yeah,
into
same
us
here.
and steal our money?
Can I roll an awareness check?
I'm trying the perception as well right now.
He runs on board, and we all just stare at him.
I think I
run
passed my
perception as well.
perception test. Do I notice anything odd about the passenger?
was trying
There's
to do
nothing
subtle.
odd you can notice right off the bat to you. He just looks like a simple bum.
Damn, even with a roll
I
of
want to
a
run a
6.
perception test as well.
So he might just be a simple bum. Let us carry on.
Very well. I disembarked the train.
He is scum. Not. Okay.
Our DM is already frustrated with us. Have we derailed your story too much yet?
Could be
Oh,
so
what?
much worse.
Never mind. To the market. To the market, Jeeves. Oh, is that a
Nope.
statue of the Emperor I see?
Yes.
Alright, genuflect, etc.,
What
etc.
would be a statue
Local
of?
thing. Pay heed to the Emperor, etc.
As you guys step into the area, it's dirty, it's run down. There's servitors attempting to clean, but to no avail.
Are
In
they
fact,
just
the
broken,
servitors
or-
themselves are quite filthy, and it's amazing they're still even running.
I'm gonna
People
see if
walk
I can
around in.
fix one of those servitors. I do
The servitor brushes you aside and just goes about his work.
Oh, fine.
Please.
People walk around in cloaks. You can barely see their faces. In fact, most of them don't even seem like they want to acknowledge anyone else exists. For them, down here, it is a horrible life. But it is the only one they know.
So, Detroit.
Okay, so you guys want to head to the trade market, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let us keep a watchful
Yep.
eye for those who might be a threat. Without looking like we're watching for people who might be a threat.
That's
You're the one who wants to go shopping.
Oh no.
No, I'm not.
Go ahead and say it out loud. Act in character. You don't have to type it out.
I think he was being out of character.
No, I type for being in character most of the time. Like when I'm saying things like either under my breath or.
Oh.
To peruse booths looking for a non-lethal weapon such as a club or a nightstick or something of that nature.
You know,
What's wrong with the back
a
half?
taser,
Ah.
maybe.
I was
Ooh,
gonna
The
try.
fact that I've hit the blade
Can-
instead.
can I use my Elect2s to... as a taser?
I don't see why not.
Excellent.
Although, since it's based on your bioenergy output, I don't know how well that would work. Okay, after a bit of walking, you guys come to a market. In fact, it doesn't seem like there's much here. There's some sundries, not much in terms of weapons other than the crudest of gear.
I don't think
There's
we should
one shop that sells bullets, but a quick inspection of the bullets reveals that they are quite useless, except for a handful of them. You also notice, though, however, these bullets are marked up at quite a significant cost.
Huh.
Of course they are. They're a rarity.
Can I try and have a look around for bolas? Then find out the price of
Bolas?
them? Yeah.
Let's see. You look around for bolas, which, mind you, is just basically two weights attached to a rope. You can,
Probably make one.
Yeah. I
and you
know,
find
but-
a shop that sells basic hunting gear for whatever reason. You don't know why anyone would bother hunting on a hive, except maybe to go down into the depths and kill any scum they may find.
Food.
Food, yes, food. And you don't really notice much in terms of bolas, because those down here tend to kill their targets rather than capture.
Hmm.
After a quick inspection of all the market stalls, you come to the conclusion, if you want to capture someone, you're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way.
Bash them over the head with a rock.
Okay.
Alright,
Shoot 'em in
onwards
the
to
Is
our
there a
assigned
rock shop
place.
anywhere nearby?
How about you just look at the nearby building and see if there's any stones you can pull off? I've got a better idea.
Yeah.
Let's just head on to the hab stack.
I have got a staff, so I could probably beat him over the head with that.
I too have a staff.
Oh my.
You had a blunt weapon the entire time.
It's not really a blunt weapon, and I was more looking for one that was ranged.
You noticed, yeah, as you guys notice, in the trade markets, you hear there's more people around, bustling, pushing about, not really bringing any attention to themselves. However, you think that they're locals. Maybe they know something.
Hold on a second.
Can I
Who was looking for a ranged weapon?
What?
I wasn't looking for a ranged weapon, but a ranged non-lethal weapon.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
What was that roll for, Tiber?
It was going to be a perception check for anyone, just like checking my aspects, seeing if there was anyone around who was
Well,
contaminated.
hopefully, most of your aspects are covered by the cloak. The only thing that's even obvious that you're even modified would be that on your head.
Can I try and perceive if there's
But-
any black market? That's all. For like
Go ahead.
modifications.
Well, that wouldn't be a perception test. That would be a lore test, hive test. Do you know anything
I
about the
don't
hive?
actually have- No, don't have any lore for the hive.
Then take a minus 30 to your intelligence test.
Minus 30.
Wow.
You know nothing, John.
Wow. Wow.
Did you just say you know nothing, Jon Snow?
I
You know
try and
nothing,
have a look
John.
around and just have an aneurysm instead.
I fix his aneurysm with a swift blow to the back of the head of non-lethal damage. Let's get on to our assigned tasks, shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay,
But black market ends up creating one.
Tiberiosity, as you look around, you notice a couple of thugs, but they don't seem out of place. They just seem like people going around collecting collection money.
Thugs always know something. I wish to shake them down for information.
How about we let
Okay.
the diplomat approach them first, with a group of large, dangerous-looking individuals behind him?
So I'm a
Fine,
diplomat.
do it the smart way. Varn, talk to the thugs.
Use charm.
Right.
All right. As you
I
approach
shall-
one of the thugs, you notice his eye is missing and has been actually stitched closed. But there's an eye patch covering it.
Ooh.
He's
Then
being
how do we know it's stitched closed?
who cares? You notice the stitches out of the corner of the eye patch scared off.
I'm just gonna do a quick perception check to see if I can tell how recent they are.
Well, the wounds appear quite old, as in several years old.
Not related then.
Okay.
Which
Anyways,
is awesome because I rolled a 6.
he's muscular. He's kind of squat, though. He kind of looks out of place next to his friend, who's a bit tall on the lankier side. Why don't you go all ahead and roll perception test for me?
Another one?
Oh, that was a called perception test on something.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh, 29.
All right, Kaltos, what's your perception?
I'm looking at my shoes.
Perception.
I'm pretty sure it's not 40.
28.
All right. Kaltos, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. Scythia, you notice, hey, the sky, I can't see it down here.
How about what about the two people who passed their
Oh, it's just
perception?
like home.
All right, the
Basically, I'm just
people who
like, oh,
pass,
it's like home.
you notice a small snub revolver underneath this guy's cloak.
I
Okay.
discreetly ready my lad's pistol under my cloak.
No. That would be an agility check to avoid notice.
Yes, it would.
Oh, dear.
Mind you, you're trying to shake him down for information, not threaten
And
them.
not only
True,
that,
never
not
mind.
only that, you don't actually know about it yet.
I noticed. And I don't
And
care.
yeah,
Yeah, but
Mercutio knows. He saw the pistol.
oh, sorry.
Yeah, I saw the pistol.
I didn't.
All right.
I did not.
I did as well.
I was too busy
And
looking at the.
Tiberianus passed, Varn passed, and I passed.
So the
Varnius
intelligent,
can
the
make a
useful
check.
people.
Yes.
We don't need any side checks.
Varnius didn't even make a check for perception.
I'm checking. Oh.
He knew not to bother.
Oh.
You are the most.
He just realised we weren't in the warehouse anymore.
Alongside Cynthia, Varnius, you notice that, hey, there's a rat in the corner humping another rat.
Considering I'm here to explore new worlds,
And new civilizations.
You explore the world of rat.
Classy. just classy. Moving on then.
Okay, so I suppose I better approach these guys and try and strike up some conversation.
Yep.
Try to be discreet.
Which one do you approach?
I'm
Do you
not helping.
Do you approach the tall, lanky one who's pretty much completely covered by his cloak, or do you approach the one missing an eye?
I'll approach the one missing an eye.
Are you going from the side he can see from or the side he can't?
I'll approach him where he can see me. I
don't
go
want to
towards
startle?
him because obviously he's not as threatening as the other one because he lost an eye. So he can't be backward in combat. But the other one's still got both his eyes, so he probably knows how to keep himself out of trouble.
Oh dear.
All
He
right,
might
as you
actually be
guys
the leader then. Sorry.
as Varn and company approach, you notice the man reach for his gun, but it's quite obvious what he's doing. I mean, he just had a bunch of people walk up to him. Of course, he's going to do something.
Yeah, he's readying himself for defense.
Sensible. I like him already.
I tell him not to do that.
The-
We just want to talk.
Roll the
He
check.
slowly lowers his hand off his gun, but he still appears tense. He's like, "What do you want?
Well,
What's your fellowship score?
20.
Also, what are you asking?"
I don't know. I was told to roll, so I did.
You have to ask a question and then roll. So I'm just gonna. What are you asking?
Okay.
Start
I
with
don't know what to
directions.
ask. Okay. Yeah. I'll ask.
Don't
if he
forget,
can-
you're inspecting Saul and Lily.
Who?
Lily is the sister. Saul is the dead man.
Ah, right.
I'll ask him if he can direct us to where the dead man is.
Living at the past, he did.
Yeah, where the person who was
Live?
previously alive, but is now known to us to be dead.
But not known to him.
Because then I can see if he's trustworthy or not.
He's a guy with a
Okay,
gun shaking people down.
You
Yeah,
mind
so-
role playing that out? I mean, you mind actually saying what you would say, be in character?
Okay.
Like, how would your character actually phrase this? Because
I think that was pretty accurate to how he would phrase it.
Yeah,
if
that's
he's a
probably
clerk.
pretty accurate. What's the name of the guy we're trying
where
to
does
find?
this dead guy live?
Soul.
No, nothing about the
Saul's
dead. We're
a
not
dead
telling
guy.
him he's dead because he probably doesn't
Logan
know him,
is the sister.
and he probably doesn't know that he's dead if he does know him.
So I'll be approaching him. Hi there. Sorry to interrupt. I know you're a bit busy today, but do you know where we could find a man called Saul?
Last name.
Last name?
Saul. There's plenty of Sauls around here. In fact, I could direct you to a good lawyer named Saul.
There's lawyers on Hive Worlds?
Where else is the evil going to come from?
You need Arbest is the last name.
Vance? What's one of our guys?
What? You just welched out a little.
Vaughn is his last name? What did you-
Arbest.
What's
Saul
Arbest?
Arbest.
Right. God, I'm terrible at this.
Mercutio puts his head in his hand and shakes his head in dismay at the bar.
Yeah, considering you rolled a 33 on your fellowship test, and your fellowship is what again?
20.
Why does our negotiator have the lowest fellowship?
Okay, everybody, what are your fellowship scores?
26.
30.
28.
Okay, I've got
20.
31
Wow.
fellowship. Does anyone have higher than 31?
No.
Why is he our diplomat?
He has the
Because
ability to charm, but he doesn't use it.
I'm
Do you
gonna
have
charm
any
a man
bonuses?
missing an eye.
Do you have any
Yes.
bonuses that would apply to this?
Cute voice +5 to all checks.
Does not apply. I meant like any skills that would apply to this.
Apparently he has the skill charm.
I have the
Speak
skill charm.
language.
Okay. Do you know what charm does off the top of your head, or do I have to look it up?
You'll have to look it up.
All right, I'm gonna go and pull it up then.
Is that a talent or a skill?
That's a good question. Is it
Skill.
talent or a skill?
It's a skill.
Charm, blah, blah. Based on fellowship. The charm skill is used to befriend others. You make charm tests whenever you want to change the minds of individuals or small groups to beg or to seduce. You need not make a charm test every time you talk to an NPC, only when you want to change their opinion of you or convince them to do something for you, such as giving you a tip, a dance, or a kiss. A charm test can affect the number of targets equal to your fellowship bonus, and the targets must be able to see and hear you and understand what you.
Huh.
It doesn't apply to this because you're not trying to change his mind.
Well, we're trying to change his mind into giving us
They're trying to get him
information.
to do something.
We just have to ask him the right question.
Yeah.
No, we have to ask, wait for him to refuse, and then charm him into changing his mind.
See,
Exactly.
he's now a hologram.
Why
Case.
don't we
Yes,
actually-
officer. That is the right question.
Pardon me,
Why
sir.
don't we actually?
We are trying to
Why
search
don't we
down.
actually ask about?
What's the
Sorry.
guy's name again?
But why
Turn
don't we actually
12.
ask about augmentations, like black market augmentations?
Why are you asking about black market augmentation?
Why? You really want
That-
a blunt weapon, don't you?
No, I was just
Well, you've got one.
We,
augmentations,
your
not
chance.
armaments.
if there's any
Space Monkey,
augmenting to be
before you
done,
go-
I will do it.
Before Space Monkey goes to ask that question, before Cynthia goes to ask that question, he remembers, don't do anything that would destroy your leads.
Oh.
Who are we searching for again? I can't remember names worth a darn.
Saul.
Let's just write it
Saul
down like Skype or
Arbest.
something.
So,
And Lily.
Arbest.
Yes.
All right.
and Lily.
Pardon me, but we are trying to track down an old acquaintance of ours by the name of Saul Arbest. We were told that this is the right area, but we've gotten a trifle lost.
Go ahead and roll a fellowship test.
Oh, that's a fail.
Oh my goodness.
Should we play it so that
He just
should we
shoots
play
you.
it with reversing the reverse numbers? Because we get a lot of really
Mercutio
high
walks up
rolls.
to the tall, skinny one and asks him if he knows anything about Lily Arbest and where to find her.
I think we need to resolve what happens because I've rolled a 95.
Essentially, what comes out of your mouth is nothing but pure dribble. Literally vomit.
Or we can just say
You're
that my
stuck.
Voxcaster,
I'm very honest, was stunned by this man's beauty. That's what happened.
my Voxcaster malfunctioned.
You go to ask
Not
the
using
question. You stumble over your words and basically manage to get nowhere. The man spits to the side, his spit black in color. Not that that matters. He must be chewing something. And he basically ignores you.
Wonderful. So much for my attempt to be awesome and move the quest along.
May I ask the tall, skinny one about Lily Arbest now?
Can I first ask can I try an intelligence test to see what he actually was trying to say?
Fail.
Oh,
Can I or can I not?
It was incoherent.
It was
Okay.
completely incoherent.
I'm starting to think we should reverse the reversed numbers and go for higher is better.
No.
I fail.
We just fail.
I should try and ask the same question to the short one.
The thugs
go.
are getting.
That's how we fail.
What were you trying to do, Kaltos?
You start speaking to a local cat.
he had a mini stroke.
You go to talk to this man.
You unintentionally insult his mother.
Yes, you unintentionally insult man's mother somehow.
Let's just be going. Let's just be going. I don't know why we're rolling checks
I vote that
for
we should
fellowship to
leave
try and ask
this.
him questions.
You see him put his hand back on his gun. And he's like, maybe you guys should leave.
Yeah.
I suggest we should leave.
This is a lot of good attempts ruined by horrible rolls.
I know, right?
This is why
Mind
I'm
you, there
diplomat.
are other people.
Let's walk away from the thugs.
Let's just
I know.
let's just get going.
You guys were in a market, and I think market people hear stuff. Hint, hint.
We tried. We tried. It went badly.
I mean, like market stall owners and such.
Yeah, vendors.
I-
not
Maybe
Gosh,
the sundries vendor knows something.
Okay, we'll go talk to the bad food seller.
Okay.
delicious
okay.
carp food.
You approach the
Last
cart
time.
that sells all these rations. You notice that most of them are corpse starch. Lovely.
Delicious corpse starch.
It's Soylent Green, you fool.
I'm aware of that.
Also, to be less conspicuous, can we just send one person?
Yes,
One
yes, you
person
can.
to every stall.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone roll.
All right.
then.
Who approaches what stall?
I will attempt to approach the ration vendor, who we have been
No,
not
I'll
so
try
subtly suggested to be asked of stuff. Thing.
Oh.
I'll try
good
approaching
deal.
the.
Stall.
I would like to try approaching, like a clothing merchant, so I can ask the person's size. You know, if there's a tailor or something like that nearby.
What?
Woman going.
Yeah,
Is there
those
a
are
tailor nearby,
stand-
basically?
It's not really. I just basically sells stitched together rags, secondhand clothes.
Ah, okay.
Nothing too exciting.
What are we even trying to find out here?
I don't know.
There-
We're trying to find out if
were asking
anybody
for
knows
information.
anything that we might subconsciously reveal about what the hell we're doing.
Yeah, or actually
Well,
correlate to what the guy's background, I believe.
Seeing as we know where we have to go, I'll just go there and see what happens.
I was trying to say that, and then we were very subtly told that someone around here might have information we need.
Yeah, but
Tyler, do you want to go
You don't
first?
have to follow my advice.
When you go
You know,
hint,
this
hint,
person
it's
has-
usually strongly advised to listen to the DM.
We know this person
Oh,
has some sort of
alright.
modified body parts,
Hint,
so
hint,
who
very
would know
big.
about that?
Ooh, that's
Alright,
true.
everyone go ahead and roll an awareness test at +10.
I fail.
I passed.
I'm aware of nothing. I'm not even
I'm
aware
aware.
I exist.
ish.
Mercutio's like, I
Actually,
think, therefore I.
Okay. Whoever was coughing, are you going to live?
If not, can I have your body parts so that I can sell them on the black market?
He's still coughing. That means he's alive.
Got toast!
Still coughing.
Are you joking? Are you okay?
Thing.
Do we need to drive
People
someone
died now,
over
you've rolled a
there and
9.
perform the Highland?
I'm in Canada. I'm not driving anywhere. It's cold. Anyways, back to the to the ration vendor.
Anyways, to those who passed their awareness test, you'll notice there are only two ways out of the Corsica division. The intermittent transit rail service in which you arrived, and a single exit to the Hive's Arteria network, through which heavy goods, vehicles, and other few battered-looking quad-wheelers pass through.
Okay. I notice nothing.
Can I look
Okay.
around to see if there's any cameras of some kind? Maybe we can get the tech to hack into them. So we can review the what happened.
Perception with their awareness bonus.
I'm like,
TV.
whoa.
Can I use awareness to check for any shady looking people?
Can I use an intelligence test to actually see if my character figured that out and give the information to someone else to see or look around?
This is not going well.
Oh,
We keep rolling so well.
You know,
May I mention that you guys suck at being an Inquisition?
I'm trying. It's not my
think we
fault.
need
The
to switch
dice
to-
refuse
this
to
topic.
allow me to be epic.
can we buy a
do I need
sniffer
to
dog?
kill?
Because we obviously can't see shit.
Can we Mercio, whatever his name, I can't. Mercio. Go and threaten someone with laser rifles. Sure, it'd be far more effective.
I don't think we want to get the local enforcers on our tail, do we?
No.
Waving around las guns is not low profile.
And
Shotguns?
everyone in the city is probably armed.
Yeah, we're not ready to have a last stand quite yet. So how about I approach?
Not dying 5 feet into this freaking mission.
I just gotta roll beforehand so I know if anything of note is worth discussing, or even bothering to try and speak it. It is!
As you ask, you ask around the local populace about Saul, they turn around and basically say, he worked well. He had a temperament, though, and it seemed to be getting worse. Probably about with his increasing hardship. I saw him mouthing off and drinking. No good.
I didn't get any of that.
Yep.
No,
Yep.
no, did I?
I just realized there's music.
Did you?
Yeah.
Same.
You rolled too high in your perception test.
I rolled a 28 this time.
So pretty much everyone has the same story. All right, you asking about Saul or Lily?
Saul.
Mostly every worker, or becoming more of a bastard lately. I haven't seen him for about 20 days.
I ain't seen him for a couple of weeks now. Been more than a fortnight for sure.
Do we know where Lily stays?
We know their addresses, yes.
Okay.
The only reason we aren't already there is because we are shuffling about for information.
We don't know what
You
we're
wanna
looking
ask
for.
any
We
other
know it's
questions?
probably here. I'm
What?
fine.
Who's got a higher
Last time I asked a
perception?
question, we almost got assaulted.
I have a 24 perception. I'm not very observant.
See, I think mine is like 26 or something. Where is it?
I've
No,
got
20.
37 perception.
Okay, can I suggest to you that you look for cameras, then tell the tech priest about them at
Me?
the 2 exits?
Sure.
Yeah.
I look
Yeah,
for
do it in
cameras.
character.
Van takes a look around the area, down like alleyways and just in the general vicinity, look for any sort of signs of
I find
monitoring,
nothing.
surveillance.
So is there any?
Is that enough? I don't know.
No, I'm just waiting for Fury. I think he may have had an aneurysm of how badly we're doing.
It's mostly the roll's fault.
no.
We come up with a great plan, and then the rolls basically screw us over, and then we're at a loss for what to do next.
Except
Yeah.
I'm the opposite
You know-
around. I get great rolls, but I just can't do anything with them.
You notice a thrown gelt on the ground. You go to pick it up, and upon picking it up, the piano falls on your head.
What? Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure at this point, if I put my las pistol on my own head and pulled the trigger, I'd roll a 100, and the gun would just not go off.
The gun would dissolve into the warp. All right. Well,
That's how badly we're rolling.
we're obviously inept at polling the crowd. So how about we just move on to our pre-assigned destinations?
But Pyrian, is that actually, what do you call it? Did that succeed for Varn?
He was looking for
Did
shit.
Varn notice anything? He looked for cameras.
I did say. I guess you guys didn't hear me. You notice a few cameras scattered about. They're battered. Some of them don't even appear to be functioning, and they're probably most likely placed there by the local enforcers.
Not functioning cameras. I must attempt to repair one.
no, you
Just fix everything.
Yeah.
That's what keeps the machines there.
Can we try and get Tiberianus to try and look through the records?
I
In the
tried to
past,
fix
on
one
hack
so
the
that I could
camera.
do that. It didn't
Recording.
work very well.
Yeah, basically hack into it.
It didn't work very well.
Upon further inspection of the camera, you notice that they have no local storage and are in fact wired somewhere else.
Ah!
Ah.
Can we follow the wires?
You
Another
go ahead
perception
and roll
test.
It's the 41st century. They're probably wireless.
Except he did. Yeah, I know. I
That's
fail
They're
anyways.
powerful. So, anyway, the wire leads into the wall. That's all you can tell.
Well, let's just get
Worst
on with it
tech
then,
priest
because
ever.
actually, yeah, let's just try it, just for the hell of it. Let's attempt to access it remotely, utilizing my keen years of training as a tech priest of the Omnisaya.
Okay.
I fail. Moving on. Let's go to the houses.
Oh,
I can't wait till I upgrade my
Oh, God,
scores.
we're never gonna get anywhere in this, are we?
No.
Upon
Nope.
doing the camera, you notice a red light on top just blink on.
Does that mean it's working?
Congratulations.
Because I was
Being
doing this
observed.
to a camera that
Actually-
doesn't work.
can I try an
Hooray,
intelligence test
Jesus.
to determine what that means?
Go ahead.
Fail.
I'm already gone. I'm walking away.
Yeah.
Space
like,
Monkey-
"Ooh, shiny!"
or, sorry. Scythia,
Besides
your
try-
thoughts are something along the lines of, ooh, pretty, must go towards light.
No, I mean it. I'm already on my way to the brother's house. Let's go.
I
We've,
grabbed
we've,
some
we've
bloody arm-
failed enough in this area. We have failed enough in this area. Let us proceed to our original destinations. Unless there's a bar. Where's the bar that
No.
you drank at?
No,
Stop
to within
it.
safe right now.
All right. Where you guys want to go is here. Number 8, if you're heading for the brother's house.
Yes.
So we're going to pass by the workers' union.
The workers' union. You heard something about them saying Saul was last seen drinking there.
Oh, the workers' union is the bar.
Yelling at people.
Well, it's on the way. Let's go fail some more in there.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna pass off control of Mercutio to Matt. I got places I gotta go.
Okay.
Okay.
Excellent. Now the DM will be controlling a character. We might actually do something.
Mercutio just became your greatest asset. Use him wisely.
Well, in fact, Mercutio is going to fall down the stairs and break his neck.
Don't make
Yeah, I
me
don't
kill
know.
you,
Aneurysm.
Matt.
Here's the tricky part. There were no stairs.
And he has no neck.
What neck?
Do you guys want to go ahead and just pause this? Let the digital dice have a rest. Hopefully, when we come back to them in about, say, 3 minutes' time, they work better.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't.
Oh, hello, Cupcop. That's Daisy Frost.
I'm actually going to. This is the. This is rolld20.net.
Have you stopped streaming?
No, I don't really. No, I suppose
No.
I should. Back at some point, all you people who are not watching.